What's going on, everybody? Nick Daniels here, coming at July, man, yet again. And today, man, we're that was some lemon stealing. You know what it is. We're reading another online dating fail, guys. And today, and ladies, today we're N plus Katie. She doesn't fall in either category. I don't know what's going on there. Bandit, if you're watching, by the way, love you, buddy. I haven't even met you, but the day's coming. Anyway, so we're reading an online dating fail story here by a deleted Redditor. So that's a shame. So I've told this story before. Let's get into it. But it's worth a second go. So I met a guy on Plenty of Fish and found out he was pretty funny, generally good looking, and professed to be adventurous and open to new experiences. Oh my god. Okay, so we go on a walk together on a popular oceanside pathway in my town. Horrible idea. That sounds like I was gonna say, like, I don't even want to say the name of the person I'm thinking of, but if you know me and you know who I'm thinking of, you know what I'm thinking. There's a particular group of people that I know that think that these walk dates are really good ideas, and I'm telling you, as first dates, they're terrible. They've got some points, though. They get perks, because you can usually get out of them very quickly. That's the only reason I've done them before. Let's just... I don't want to say I'm a hypocrite. Okay, so we walked the whole time. He definitely has the gift of gab, but something was off. As he walked next to me, he would occasionally jerk his torso into a twist, maybe to look awkwardly behind him for some reason. It happened 3 times while walking with him, and I only ever saw it out of the corner of my eye because I thought I would only think that he when I wasn't looking, because I think he only did it when I wasn't looking. Okay, I decided to write it off as nothing important. Okay, that's interesting, but keeping an eye on it for sure. He also warned, when you meet me, my really deep voice may be off-putting. What? No, also his voice was very average. Okay? We sat down and continued our conversation, and that's when I found out I was on a date with the world's largest negative Nancy. This is one of the things I often tell people in my videos to not do, is do not do that stuff. Do not be negative on a first date, ever. It's not a good look for you. He described his life like one big series of unfortunate events, even if it really wasn't even worth mentioning. Not my cup of tea. By the end of the date, I was justifying all his negativity with recent management change at work, which turned out to be pretty rough, so we went out on another date. So I'm just going to say right now, I'm really hoping she picked a legitimate date for the second date, because it didn't really sound like she had a good first date either. But I mean, you want to have a decent second date. You want to have a half-decent second date lined up here. And it sounds like that's not even started. Like what I'm saying is, like, you want to go out for dinner or something. You want to follow up with what Katie would say is a proper date. My friend Katie here, she always says, like, coffee's not a legit date. You got to follow it up with a real date. Well, that's what you got to do here. You went out for a walk, which literally costed like nothing. So you gotta follow it up with something legitimate. Okay, so worst idea ever, apparently. We went to coffee. Ugh. I'm just saying, man, this lady's got some... Whoever's making these dates has got bad taste. You don't do a coffee as a second date. That's a first date, and it's not even a date. It's like a 0.5. We went to coffee, and for the ensuing hour, I heard the short and long of some chick who recently denied him a relationship. He had literally known her for 2 weeks, but apparently he had taken some serious offense. Not good. I always say don't talk about your exes either, by the way, and this counts. He whipped out his phone and started sifting through their text, reading me her responses, and getting more and more worked up about the rejection as he went on, as he read them. It was sheer misery to sit there pretending to not be incredibly offended. Who wants to hear you obviously pine away for the girl that just rejected you? From what I gathered, the girl had gotten the same weird vibe I was getting and had bowed out as quick as possible. I followed her lead, and 2 days later I met up with the guy to let him know that it wasn't working for me. He was gracious enough. I never got any long, drawn-out texts about it, which is a really good sign, because that often seems to happen on these stories. Overall thoughts on that one. Definitely some red flags there, and I'm honestly really shocked that you went on a second date there, deleted user of Reddit. It's just not something that you really ever want to be doing in that situation. If you didn't really have a good first date, don't feel like oh man, like I'm so inclined because I met them, I really need to have a second date. No, you don't. No, you don't. Just saying. All right. Thank you for watching. Take it easy. Let me know. Peace. Thanks for watching, you pencil pushers. If you guys want to check out my Instagram here, I've just got it in the background. It's Nick Daniels Photography with an underscore in between each word where I post every day. That's a lie. Thanks for watching. Peace.